Hello, everybody out there in Twitch land. It's your boy GM Ashley. Today, I want to go over some positions that might tickle your funny bone. And the first position I want to go over, however, is something that's a bit strange, and it comes from one of my favorite authors and books. I've talked about this before, The Chess Mysteries of Sherlock Holmes. It's the idea. The one I'm about to show you is way too simple for what happens in Raymond Smullyan's book. But I want to just show a funny little point. And it reminds me of Schrodinger's cat. Y'all know about Schrodinger's cat? All right, you should have heard of Schrodinger's cat. Well, anyway, let's start with the chess position first. And it's this one in front of you. All right. It is, and I know I got Want to See Magic say, yeah, we know about Schrodinger's cat. And Okaneta, what's up? It's good to see you again. All right, this position is sort of a ridiculous position. White is clearly winning. But the point of this position is to ask the question, how does white mate in one move? And the reality of this position is white can only mate in one move because I'm telling you it's mate in one move. If I don't say it's mate in one move, it's not mate in one move. Only because I say it's mate in one, is it mate in one? So it's sort of like the Schrodinger's cat. You know, is it alive in the box or is it dead in the box? That's pretty gruesome, morbid little example, but this is the situation. So this is that position. Is the king dead? Is the black king going to die now, or is he going to die later? And I'm telling you, it's going to die now. So this is a pretty easy one if you follow the logic. And I think somebody's already found the answer to this. Okay, Max Milinek, you did see what Want to See Magic wrote. It's a mate in a one, so it's not F6. It's not any obviously F6 is not mate. It's got to be mate in one. And since Want to See Magic saw it so quickly and also knows about Schrodinger's cat, pawn takes is mate. All right? So you have to take en passant. The only way it could possibly be mate is if it were this move. That means black's last move had to be E5. Had to be. There's no other way this could be mate in one unless the last move was E5 and then takes en passant was the move. If I take you to the next position, looks like the same position, right? Except the previous move here is E5. E6, E5. Now it's not mate in one, right? So unless somebody informs you that it's mate in one, it's not mate in one. I'm going to go back to this position again. Here's the original position. That's E5, and that's mate. So you don't know unless you're told. That's kind of an odd thing in a chess position, right? You don't know the future unless you're informed about the past, which is, I like stuff like that. I'm into Star Trek and all time travel and all that stuff. I love that stuff. If it has to do with time travel, I love it. I watch immediately. If there's an old Star Trek on and it says something that says time travel, it's like, I'm watching. I don't care who's on, whatever. I'm watching. I love that. So this is a simple one and, not so funny, but cute. All right. I want to go to another position that's a lot wilder, and you got to take a look at this one. I know it looks sick. It looks psycho. But this illustrates a bunch of rules that people should know. So if you don't know certain things about chess or you've got beginners you're teaching, this is a good example for after you teach the beginners. It's crazy. It's chaotic. But I'm going to give you the background. I saw an article in ChessBase, reading a ChessBase website. And in the article, it talked about a task called Valladau's task. I'm not sure if I'm saying that properly. It's a Portuguese word, Portuguese name. But anyway, there was a composer, Valladau, who proposed this task. And the task was that you had to create a puzzle where all the specialty moves, the 3 specialty moves in chess, took place. Has to take place in the puzzle. All right? And then they showed an example of it. So I was like, that's funny. And I like to create puzzles. So I tried to do it. And this puzzle in front of you, I accomplished it. And the puzzle is white to move and mate in 5. You have to mate in 5 moves. It's got to be mate. 5 moves, mate. So it's white to move and mate in 5. All right? There's only one way to do it. And remember, we're going to accomplish Vayalal's task. Now, if you're trying to solve it, you're just going to try to solve it. And you're not going to be thinking about the task. You're just going to try to solve it and find the best moves. Well, the best moves, it will accomplish the task as well. So staring at this position, it's white to move. So we know you've got to play the 3 specialty moves in chess. Now, what are they? The 3 specialty moves are castles, which is a funky move. Like, what the heck? You move 2 pieces at the same time. Somebody came up with that at some point that they thought it would make sense. It's a good rule. Not only castles king side, but castles queen side. And the way you castle queen side, when you think about chess 960, that's even a funkier way to castle, because the king could be anywhere in between the rooks, and then it ends up being on the same classical squares after castling. So castling has to be in it. Pawn takes pawn en passant is the second specialty move. And finally, promoting, which includes underpromoting as well, because you can promote to a queen or you can underpromote. So those are the 3 specialty moves. You can learn chess pretty easily until you start talking about the specialty moves. All of us have gone through that experience. So we're going to start with this one. And this position, the first move is fairly easy, but you have to know that it's possible, because if it's not possible, then the mate does not happen in 5 moves. So here we go. The first move is castles. For the beginners out there, the rook's hanging, so what? You can still castle. B1's controlled, so what? It doesn't matter. It's the king that has to go through the castling square. So this move is totally legal, as evidenced by the fact that I was able to play it on this chessboard, which allows only legal moves. So castles, doesn't matter that this was under control, doesn't matter that B1 was under control, doesn't matter that A1 was under control. This move is legal. And you must play castles, by the way. Don't try rook D1 at home, because then king to C2 screws everything up, and your king should have been guarding the darn C2 square, and then you're not going to mate in 5. You can try as much as you want. It's not going to happen. So, castles with check. First move. All right? Now, after castles, white now waits for black's move. Black has only one move, and that is to play the king back to E4. Only move. And now we start looking around for moves, and the next move is pretty straightforward, is our check on B7. And that's looking like mate, looking good. You put the bishop in the way, then it is mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You have no moves. But it turns out D5 is possible. D dog 5 played. Now, after D5, it looks like black is protected, except thank you for whoever invented the specialty move of taking en passant, because now white simply plays takes en passant. That's move 3, by the way. It's made in 5, remember. It's made in 5. So this is move 3, taking en passant with check. And black now has to play the move king to E5. If black opts for this move, bishop to D5, then takes on D5 check, king E5, and we take the queen, discover check, and it's over. All right, that's mate. So black doesn't play that move, bishop D5. Black plays the move king to E5. And now white has to mate in 2 moves. How does white accomplish that task? Well, it looks like there's a free queen to take. But if you take the queen with check, the king moves and you don't have a mate in 1. You can look around. Bishop D5 is not mate. Thanks for that square. Rook D6 clearly is not mate, because we can go here or here, so neither move works. So after king to E5, the only move is to play D7, discover check. Another discover check. I love discover checks, by the way. I love discover checks. It's just a thing. I love discover checks. And we had 2 discover checks in this game. The first one when the bishop discovered here, and then the second bishop gets to discover here in this position. So D7 check. Black has only one move. That is king to E6. And now you play the final specialty move with a twist, and that is promote to a knight, under promote to a knight. The queen is pinned along the file, so it cannot capture the knight. Nothing can take the knight, and the knight guards the f7 square, so the king cannot escape, and that is it. Made in 5, folks. Valladao's task accomplished. I thought this was cool when I first saw the challenge. I took it up as a challenge, and so this is the original position. Again, castles, first specialty move. En passant, second specialty move. And finally, promote, third specialty move. Mate in 5. Valladao's task accomplished. So, I see a little laughter. Somebody, at least Okaneta, gave me a LOL, so thanks. Elephants also said this puzzle is nuts. It is nuts. It's a ridiculous position, I know. It's what it is. Puzzle land is very different from chess land. We're going to pivot to chess land, but I just wanted to show you a couple of humorous things that are in the Ashley files. The Ashley files. They're not like the X files, but it's the Ashley files. I got some stuff in my files. I got stuff in the files, and I like to bring the stuff from way back. Way back. These puzzles definitely are nuts.